Hello friends, as part of the crash course to current affairs, we have been discussing about several current affairs issues and the potential questions that may be asked from those current affairs issues for the civil service examinations. And we shall continue with that. And the next issue is the reservation, which we have seen in the past sessions as well. The Supreme Court, there is another important judgment that has come relating to reservation. See, after the provision of Article 16, Clause 4, the reservation was provided for SCs and STs in the public employment since 1951. However, immediately after that, there has been a demand for reservation for the backward classes other than SC, ST also. Based on that, there were two important committees appointed. One is Lagdawala Commission, the other is Mandal Commission. And based on the Mandal Commission recommendations, the reservation to SC and ST was granted by law since 1989. And in the civil service exams, you know, it has been in operation since 1993. Now, in 1992 also, even in 1989 to 1992, when in 1989 the Mandal Commission recommendations were accepted and implemented, it resulted in countrywide protest, and a case was filed in the Supreme Court, which is the famous Mandal Commission case or the Indira Sawhney case, in which the Supreme Court came out with certain guidelines. The Supreme Court came out with certain guidelines with respect to reservation. The court said, number one, the court ruled that, number one, reservation is a fundamental right, meaning Article 16, Clause 4, providing for reservation is very much constitutional. It is upheld. Reservation is a constitutional guarantee. It is not unconstitutional. The court said the reservation is not unconstitutional. Then, however, the reservation must not exceed 50% of the total vacancies in a given year with respect to public employment. Right? All put together. If there was a reservation for SC, ST and backward classes other than SC and ST, whatever it is, it should be well within 50%. Clear? Fine. Secondly, the reservation must be confined to first stage of recruitment only. Meaning, it should not be extended beyond. That is, it should not be extended to promotions. No reservation for promotions according to Mandal Commission case, judgment of the Supreme Court. Fine. This triggered further issues, and the representations were given to the government. As a result, the Constitution Article 16 was amended, 16 Clause 4A was added, which provided for reservation in matters of promotion favoring SCs and STs with consequential seniority. Right? Fine. The court ruled no reservation in promotion. However, to override the judgment of the court in Mandal Commission case, the Parliament enacted the Constitution Amendment Act to amend Article 16 and inserted 16 Clause 4A, and that provided for reservation in favor of SC and ST in matters of promotion with consequential seniority. Clear? Now this has become an issue. When the Supreme Court was approached for issuing a writ of mandamus, right? The Supreme Court was approached to issue a writ of mandamus to direct the state governments to employ reservation in favor of SC and ST in matters of promotion. Alright? In this case, the Supreme Court ruled that reservation in matters of promotion in public post is not a fundamental right. Right? Reservation, not a fundamental right. You cannot claim it as a fundamental right. Then, sir, Article 16, Clause 4 is within Part 3. So, remember, when Supreme Court declared that reservation in matters of promotion is not a fundamental right, if it is not granted, if the reservation is not followed by any of the public employing authority, then the remedy will not be under Article 32. See, this is important thing. When something is a fundamental right and if it is violated, you have the right to move the highest court of the land. That is Supreme Court under Article 32. The only petition that the Supreme Court can entertain from the private individuals is a fundamental right petition in its original jurisdiction. Right? But otherwise, the Supreme Court is a court of appeal. It's only a court of justice. So, now if the reservation in promotion is declared not to be a fundamental right, then when the state government or any other authority is not following, then the remedy will not be under Article 32. One has to go to the ordinary legal course for remedy. That is the significance of this judgment. Hope you understand. Fine. So then what does it mean? Although, now how can it not be a fundamental right? Because Article 16 is very much part of Part 3, the fundamental rights. Here the court ruled that though Article 16 Clause 4A providing for the reservation in matters of promotion to SC and ST is found in Part 3, it is not a fundamental right guaranteed to citizens, but it is a constitutional obligation placed upon the states. Now the court differentiates the two things. Right, obligation of the state. Article 16 Clause 4A is an enabling provision. Right, under this it says, the court says this is an enabling provision. It provides that the state is empowered to reserve seats in matters of promotion favoring SC and ST, and this does not mean any individual citizen will be guaranteed with this right. Clear? So it is an obligation of the state. As an obligation, the state has to fulfill this, but you cannot claim this as a right. No citizen shall claim this as a right because it is given in Part 3. Hope it's clear to you. So, the court refused to issue mandamus against the state. Now that mandamus has come into news, also understand what is mandamus. Writ of mandamus. You know, Supreme Court has the power to issue writs under Article 32. Right? The writs are in the nature of, they are called as, the writs are borrowed from the English Constitution. They are known as English prerogative writs, and it is a prerogative of the Supreme Court under Article 32 to issue writs to grant remedy to any individual whose fundamental right has been infringed upon. And there are 5 writs mentioned in the Constitution, Article 32, namely habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, certiorari, and quo warranto. Of this, mandamus means to command. to command to execute. By issuing a writ of mandamus, the court will direct by a command the authority to perform his duties. Whenever a fundamental right of any person is violated or infringed upon because of non-performance of an authority of his duty, right? Non-performance of his duty by a government authority or a public authority, then writ of mandamus will lie. For instance, civic authorities are not cleaning your street, and because of that you are prone to any epidemic outbreak, then your fundamental right to life is violated. Hence, you may be moving the Supreme Court and get the direction for mandamus. Right? By issuing mandamus, the court will command the authority to perform its role. So the same way, the court was moved, stating that the government is not applying reservation matters of promotion, so issue a mandamus. The court refused to issue a mandamus, stating that this is not a violation of fundamental right because the right to reservation in matters of promotion is not a fundamental right at all. Right? I hope it's clear to you. Then yet another important judgment that has come with respect to reservation is that in Orissa, the government preferred to appoint only tribal persons, belonging to scheduled tribes as the teachers in tribal schools. There also the Supreme Court mentioned that 100% quota is against the Indira Sawhney case judgment because the reservation cannot go beyond 50%. Hence, it is wrong. So these are some of the issues that are relating to reservation and fundamental rights. And there are other issues relating to fundamental rights and constitution, which we shall see in the subsequent sessions. Hope it's useful to you and you are able to understand what we are seeing. So we can continue to discuss about the current affairs issues, friends. Thank you very much.